All right. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Nerds Podcasts. My name is Ernesto.
My name is Melvin.
My name is Aiden.
I'm Nathan.
And here in this episode, we're going to be talking about the 2022 FRC for the Rapid React, the build season of it, actually, within our team, Yeah.
And the kickoff too, right?
Yeah, the kickoff too. Yeah, of
build
course.
season. Whole
Yeah.
shebang.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with our guests here, Aiden and Nathan here, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell me a little about yourself and and the team, of course.
So I'm Aiden. I'm an incoming freshman to the team this year. I've been mechanical lead, kind of overseeing the project of the build season for physical wise. And so our season's been going pretty good. We had 2 competitions and hand it off to Nathan.
I'm Nathan. I'm an outgoing senior. Talking's hard. Outgoing senior. I've been on the programming team all 4 years, all 2 programming languages, and been coding the robot for driver control, autonomous, and the works.
All right. Those are nice. Okay, that's pretty nice of you guys. All right. Anyways, yeah. So about the build season, first things off. Remember when it all? So when it comes to the build season, we all remember about the kickoff. That's when the build season is gonna be actually start. Well, before we actually start building and stuff, we gotta formulate ideas and other concepts that are adjacent to what the game is talking about. So in this case, we watched the stream, the kickoff stream of Rapid React, and streamed by FIRST Robotics, and do you guys have any first thoughts about it while you had it? Do you guys have any?
It was definitely an interesting game to see. Different elements too, with the high scoring, low scoring, and with those point values being so close but yet so far, really creates a lot of different strategies of whether you want to take the risk of shooting high and low, and then obviously the hangar being a huge task from the start that everybody could see just from the stream, because having to traverse bars is really hard, especially with a heavy robot. And then obviously the cargo is a lot bigger than you would think. So
yeah,
when you see 10 inches, you don't realize how big it is until you're holding it in your hand, trying to manipulate it in the robot and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really like a kickball, just like tennis ball material.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty nice, especially when it comes to the human loader. You actually have to do a little have a little basketball skill and stuff, and actually hoop it into the upper hub here, or the upper goal of what the game, in order to score that, that's during the autonomous period, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was a really cool aspect of you could actually try to score it through.
Yeah,
because I do feel like the human loader in this game didn't have a lot to do based on the weeks of play that we've seen. Is the terminal, most teams are just picking the ball off the field and not necessarily being loaded from the terminal.
Yeah, most of the human loaders has something to do with autonomous, whether that was throwing the ball into the upper goal or loading up a 5-ball autonomous for the robot.
Yeah, it's pretty nice though, just having the human loader and such. Remember during the work days and stuff during Saturday, we probably I think more than us, we go one
at a time
to shoot the ball, into a prototype that we just built out of just plywood, plywood,
It's a smaller size boat, so when we made it, it was for sure we were making it in a competition. We even hit near the hoop.
No, the thing is though, the funny part about it is we had to shoot into this broken kid pool that it was abused, bro. It was crazy. But yeah,
falling apart by the end of the comp.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Definitely makeshift.
Yeah,
it was not like the actual thing when we got to competition.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just it was basically the upper hub, but it came from Walmart or eBay or Craigslist or something like that.
Yeah, really not at all.
But yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, and then of course, along with the shooter, of course, but we had that test out to make that shot into that bootleg upper hub that we had, but so that even abused it a bit more. But
Cool noodles.
But the kickoff and like the introduction of the game, it was pretty quite interesting, especially the game elements only just being the balls only, like the cargo balls and everything else with the field elements being like the hubs and the hangar and so on and so forth. But yeah, so after the stream and after of what you guys have looked at it, thought about it a bit and maybe finding potential ideas and stuff, do you guys like do you guys remember like the process of how like when it comes to like the robot, when it comes to
designing
one,
building all the engineering steps?
Yeah, so like the first like 2 or 3 days, like as soon as we got it, like that Saturday and then Sunday and like all the days after that was just nonstop, just CADing, drawings, literally just anything to just get a design down for something that possibly could work. I know we were all just like looking online for any ideas that anybody else would post, and then you would take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you'd put it together, and then you'd start to kind of formulate ideas, and then like the third day in, then you'd be like, oh wait, but there's something so much better than this, so then let's switch the entire thing and do something else. So that was like a lot of like the first few days of kickoff, and then the next thing that kind of happened towards that kind of kickoff was like, all right, well, what are we actually going to use? Like we have like the movements that would work. Like one of the main things is like the hanger. That's a lot of the things that I worked on. But just how to actually grab like to the next bar and all of that. Like you got the movements of the right movements you need to get, but like actually what are you going to use now to actually swing and grab the next bar and transverse? So we ended up going with elevator design, but that was just a way of getting up. So in those first few days from kickoff, it was just we need to get to this bar and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and it's not just the elevator too. Like there was you guys like, well, pretty much all of us as a team, we were like sporadically going like everywhere. Like we were like all over the place. Like
by the end of the build season, we
Yeah.
weren't as organized as we were in the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning was pretty organized, but as soon as ideas started to land on paper, land on CAD,
CAD,
people started to break off, try and do
it
different ideas
themselves.
for the same thing.
We should have, like, especially for the elevator, the whole argument we had, and I wouldn't say an argument, debate, I guess, but
Yeah.
it was productive.
Elevator.
In the end, we converged on the same idea.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like the other elevators of other teams?
There are definitely like there's a lot of different designs, which is cool to see. A lot kind of go with a similar design of where they have like one that actually pulls it up and then another one that latches and then one that shoots outside of the frame that rotates from a pivot point within the frame and then kind of grabs it like that and continues to go up. But it's also really cool to see the kind of the ones that like
The
Ferris
windmills?
wheels ones, kind of the spinning ones. Those ones are just crazy when you actually think of like
Jumping
how
robot.
it works. Like just the
So
the
interesting.
dimensions of those have to be literally perfect to be able to hit each bar on the spin because each bar is a little different distance away.
I thought they were all the same.
They're not equidistant.
Oh, I thought they were.
There was
I
a
don't
robot
know.
that jumped
Yeah.
too.
I know the first, like the low bar to the mid bar was like a little bit weird, but from the mid bar to the high bar and the high bar to transversal, they're the same. I thought.
Mid
No,
to high was different, and then from high to transversal was even farther than mid to high.
But yeah, all in all, it's just really. I mean, we can all agree that this is pretty challenging to make. Right?
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the more climbing. Sorry, over. It's definitely one of the more challenging climber things we've had in the game for a while.
Yeah. Well, I have another question that I really want to ask you guys. Well, even though this episode is starting to seem like a little interview, but I'm just really engaged on how you guys would approach this, and along with us too, Melvin. You and me. We've been busy on our end.
Yeah.
So was there like a good was there an accomplishment that you really liked the most, and if so, do you know what it is, and can you?
I mean, obviously the biggest
Explain it.
accomplishment has to see, our complete total robot going out there and winning matches. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just I mean, that's
Yeah.
again, that's what
we
you
can all
work
agree
for
with that,
6
for
weeks completely hard for to see. So I mean,
Getting
that's the
4
big
weeks.
accomplishment, and you know, and that was just great to see everything actually work.
Yeah, like the man that practice, bro. It was really good. Like we were able to shoot in the low, we were able to shoot in the high, and hang up to like really at a good spot. Like mid, high, and then eventually transversal at one point. Oh man, we have a video on that, but
Almost.
yeah.
And then we reread the rule book and realized everything needed to be changed.
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. No, competition showed
Yeah.
otherwise. Yeah, so of course, eventually, the high shooting. Yeah, I mean, sure, we were capable of doing it, but like as far as I know about the game plan, we had to like go for a low now, right? Yeah, we had to go.
Yeah,
have to
a
go
lot
low
of
and
our
mid.
we didn't have that much actual driving practice before our first competition in Orlando.
Yeah.
So we were actually figuring a lot of stuff out in Orlando. So, and I think we did pretty good considering that was a really tough competition there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Skill.
We made it all the way to quarterfinals.
Yeah, we got we made it in the finals.
As a team captain.
Yeah, as a team captain too.
captain
So
too, yeah.
I mean, that was definitely, and obviously for me, that being like my first competition, and we make it to quarterfinals as a captain. I mean, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Next year we'll be winning now,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah,
If
for
we go to
sure.
Orlando again.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think we are.
But anyways, going back to build season now, yeah, competition. What we demonstrated was really good. Like over time we got really better at like driving and getting up all the way to like what, third place in Tallahassee. Oh man, that was really good. Yeah, and especially with how everything played out, that was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, all right, let's run it back to where we're gonna talk about, which was let's see, let's talk about like as we were formulating our ideas, I mean, as we were gonna make finalization of our robot, there were some things that we like to include, but didn't actually make it. Do you guys have anything that is notable of? Not
Yeah.
really.
So one of the
So-
things that we talked about again was we had to kind of have debate over what kind of lift mechanism we wanted to use for the elevator. We wanted to make a telescoping arm at first, but all of the materials for that were all sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
So we couldn't make that, but we did have the materials to make an elevator, so that's why we did have to end up improvising with the elevator over the telescoping arms, just again because of materials. Another thing that kind of went wrong, I know you were working on it, Ernesto, was the turret shooter for our robot. We just didn't have space for rotation because the elevator was bigger. So I mean that was kind of unfortunate, but I mean I think
It really was.
and then once we couldn't get the turret, then going for a high shooter robot was a little bit more tedious because then you'd really have to have that lined perfectly up because the turret would help you line up if you weren't perfectly rotated on your wheels. But so that's why I think we ended up going for more of a low strategy shooting robot. And because we were week 2 and 3 of competition, we also did not have a lot of time to build.
But yeah, I mean, I know some of my ideas were kind of dropped, unfortunately, as well. Like, remember when I had to go design a air tank bracket?
Oh yeah.
I had that 3D printed a couple times. Well, I mean, the process was really good. I actually started from that single project alone, on my end. Yeah, it was actually really engaging. Even though it wasn't actually there on the robot and zip ties were there in replacement. Yeah.
That was all because we were doing stuff last minute.
Yeah, we
If we
were
planned out
almost-
ahead of time, we would have known that we needed those
The
sooner.
whole
Yeah.
thing was finalized
Yeah.
before we got drive time. We could figure out what stuff needed to be moved instead of at competition, zip tying everything
Yeah.
down, duct tape in a dream.
Yeah, either way, I mean, honestly, from that project, the key takeaway that I could really learn about from that project, honestly, it was learning the basics of 3D printing, how to get it prepared, cleaning it up, putting glue on it, because we didn't really have adhesive plates or something like that at the
Oh
time.
no, it was our plates suck.
Yeah.
They're old. That's pretty much.
But either way,
Nice.
I was able to also get outside help here with a good friend, with a good well-known senior team member of ours. Yeah, what is it?
Hunter?
You remember Rylan? Yeah.
Rylan?
Yeah, Rylan
Oh,
was
yeah.
Rylan was the one who
Big
helped me
help.
on that. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, and Calvin as well, and
Calvin, yeah.
and of course if you know, and everybody else, yeah. But yeah, that was interesting, honestly. But yeah, next time, so when it comes to knowing ourselves between build season now and then, was there something that you wish you did before competition time started? Like for example, what if we actually did? What if we approached differently than before? Like, what if we were actually able to have extra time to work on these projects or get on this practice or something? Do you guys know any like specifics about it? Do you guys have anything specific that you wish that you guys did?
I mean, obviously, you would hope that you would go faster and finish everything faster. Then you have more time to touch everything up. A lot of my build seasons, like preparation before the season actually started, is also really important time because I mean that's when you're learning everything for kickoff. Kickoff's important. That's when you get your game, but even just before kickoff is also really important. So for me, I was learning all the machines that we had in our machine shop because I was a new incoming member and I didn't know any of these, what all these machines did. So all of that preparation, learning on the machines, all the different materials and all that sets me up for when we have kickoff, and then I can actually start to design and make everything quicker, and then that eventually does save us time. This coming year, hopefully then, since I would have had this entire build season of practice, the next year we can be even more efficient. And then because I'd be more efficient on that, then I can allocate my time to other things more too to help other groups out getting all of that stuff done faster too.
Yeah, especially you as a freshman, bro. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like, coming from personal opinion from myself, yeah, you're pretty much of like a prodigy in our team. You know what I mean? Like, he was like he's been carrying the freshmen out here, and along with you and Jackson too. You guys were like going like
Jackson's sophomore.
Yeah, Jackson. I know Jackson's a sophomore, but like I had to weigh like knowing like myself as a junior and like knowing the underclassmen here like. You guys
ain't slacking.
Yeah, we were pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, Nate. Yeah. And passing it on to Nathan. Hey, Nathan, how's it going? Yeah.
Good.
Everything going alright? All right. Well, do you have any things that you want to share about programming? Do you like how maybe some good parts about it, some constraints, or I know how it's been. And on a general scale, but if you want to like talk about it a bit or feel comfortable about talking about certain parts of how programming did, feel free to do so.
Yeah, a lot of the programming time when the robot's being built and wired up, a lot of programming time is teaching or learning, teaching yourself or teaching the other people in the programming team faster ways or more efficient ways to make this thing go. And so a lot of what we were needing to do was learn the more complicated stuff like line lights and pneumatics.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I saw like a lot of like, yeah, I mean, along with you, Josiah and Jet and Tim, and then of course you get these two, Jonathan and Tim, or not Tim, Tyler, yeah. Yeah, you guys were like working really hard, but at the same time there was kind of like I think one common
knowledge gap.
Yeah.
I think you and Jet had like most of the knowledge.
We've been here the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there the longest. Just I had a little bit from last year, and then everyone else was either they're incoming people, so
right.
like they was first year here, so they didn't know a lot and stuff like that. So I think that was a big reason why the programming team was kind of everyone thought they were slacking, but they were just learning at the same time. Still, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the initial time to like what was it like 3 months we got before build season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was enough time for them to fully learn programming. For me, I learned it like in a week, but that was mainly because I had a whole bunch of other programming knowledge and like kind of similar stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I think then from moving forward, now all the programs have had like a whole season to kind of continue to learn and have some more like actually like real programming the robot kind of knowledge. So then this incoming season, either over the summer or in our 3 month build or 3 month like off season time in the school year next year, then all the programs can really just catch up, and then in this upcoming year our programming will be, super ahead of schedule because they already have all the knowledge and then we're set. But we also need to make sure all the knowledge from our juniors and seniors are getting passed down to our newer members before they leave. Otherwise, we're also going to have another little knowledge gap. But
That's always the hard part with new seasons, incoming freshmen and outgoing seniors and people who just don't want to do the team anymore. If they don't pass on all their knowledge, the same mistakes are going to be made multiple times, or this thing's not going to be learned that could be more efficient.
Yeah, we've learned a lot of what's been happening around, when it comes to like mechanical, electrical, and programming. Well, yeah, we've had our challenges and we have our moments where we were like, yes, this is it, like we actually made, yeah, it's finally working, yeah. But
like
yeah,
that one weekend where we got a lot of stuff done. It was the weekend they did the state competitions for VEX. It was IQ and
EDR.
EDR. Or
VRC.
it's V5 now, right? V5?
VRC.
VRC?
yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't like to call it VRC.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, at the time we were. Yeah, you were like the only one there, right? And
For electrical, I was the only one there. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was me, Nathan, Jed,
Josiah, Nick, Jackson.
Yeah, Nick and Jackson.
Didn't Vincent come too or no?
Yeah, he was there too. He went back and forth because most of it wasn't programming.
Yeah, no, that was right next to me at the window. That was Mr. Nash, our coach and mentor of the team. He's a legend.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
STEM Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I've been with our team for a few years.
Yeah, he's been out here quite a while, and
Yeah.
of course, along with my between me and him, bro. I'm basically kind of like. Well, actually, no. Across the team, oh man, Fall Guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So throughout the build season, whenever someone does an or a little error or something broke or something, all of us would shout, Ernesto, and then I was like, what? and then of course, it's been kind of like a running joke for a few years. Well, not just for a few years. It all started.
3 years now?
Well, 3 years now, but yeah, but like it all started when I was like a freshman. So, yeah, it just suddenly happened.
I don't even know how it went about.
2 mistakes and got stuck.
Yeah. Making mistakes as a freshman.
I think it was the first 2 mistakes. I think that's probably.
Yeah, I think
why.
literally 2 mistakes happened.
Like same day. And there wasn't many big mistakes till Chop Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the. Oh man, I get the joke. Oh man, that was. Yeah, Chop Saw. Oh man, yeah, I know. There's so much really like good memories around here. Like not just like in the build season, but like throughout like
all season,
all this school year as a team, and yeah, just knowing that I only had, we juniors only have like one year of competition. Like 1 year we already had a competition, and if you Nathan, you did have like what two?
Two.
Yeah.
Because during the 2019-2020 season, everything got shut down.
Yeah.
And we got the same
COVID.
game twice and didn't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And along
sucks.
with between the 2020 and 2021, everything is competition was something that I really wished I really had. And I had that feeling intensify after going through the Orlando and Tallahassee competitions. I really wished I wanted more of this because like I've met from there. I met we've met like a lot of unique people around here from various teams from not just the states and districts and all that. From other countries too. With people from Brazil and people from the Netherlands and UK. Everything's pretty unique, especially in Tallahassee. I really like how Tallahassee went, especially with the social gathering there.
Yeah, most sports, the 2 teams are locked in behind different doors and separate sides of the stadium. And robotics competitions, everyone's right next to each other. You're all talking, sharing parts if needed.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if one match you could be against a team, and the next match you could be partnering with them. So you don't want to be friendly with everyone just in case, because that also
Yeah.
gives you options to go to the finals if you're not top 8.
Yeah, and that goes to one of the main messages in FIRST,
Yeah.
gracious professionalism. which
Gracious
is-
professionalism, of course.
Cooperation and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's truly a unique concept, really.
Yeah.
Keeping things special, but at the same time,
Yeah, and I feel like Tallahassee was really cool because I feel like it was a lot less stressful than Orlando. I felt like everybody was really stressed in Orlando, and it was like a really kind of like rigid. Like everybody were nice to each other, but not everybody was just, you know, like talking to each other all the time and stuff. But I feel like in Tallahassee, people were really just communicating together well.
It's the headphones.
oh, okay. All right, but yeah, truly, yeah, between build season and competition and kickoff, all of it went pretty well, honestly. But yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do we got here? What else? Oh yeah. So yeah, the work days. We forgot the work days. I remember. Oh man, the CNC. Remember how the CNC went? Oh man.
It would run all the time.
It would run all the time.
So especially
belly
out
pan.
like that last week when we were cutting up the battery cart.
The battery cart and the belly pan I think was the worst. That one, right?
Yeah.
That one hurt my ears. It hurt everyone's ears.
Yeah, it's the bottom of our robot. We had run the CNC for like 3 hours straight, non-stop, cutting metal triangles out, and then the contour around it all, and
That almost messed up.
Along with
twice.
broken drill bits along the way.
a lot of broken
Yeah.
drill
A
bits.
lot of
and-
drill bits have sacrificed their own lives for that.
Yeah, whenever I run long things on the CNC, it is a little nerve-wracking because,
Mhm.
again, all big dangerous tools,
Yeah.
especially with CNC, stuff can easily go wrong.
Flying. I think something did fly when we were cutting the belly pan out. I thought. I don't remember.
I beat some bits broke, so I
Yeah.
mean, probably some bits were
Yeah.
flying.
Hey, at least nobody got hurt.
Yeah, we
I
all
mean,
used
yeah.
proper
Yeah.
safety and
safety
stuff.
glasses and safety gloves, hair tied back,
Yeah.
it's
Vests,
gone. Yeah,
You know the works.
Yeah, all
Yep.
works.
of course.
Short sleeves.
Yeah,
All
there.
that.
Remember? I don't know if you were there, but remember when Jet was testing
Oh,
the
yeah.
intake?
Lanyards, man. We
Yeah.
keep forgetting about them.
So yeah, no, cause in our
He almost had his head sucked into the
Yeah.
intake.
yeah, cause like in our school we get to wear IDs and stuff to not for security reasons and of course lunch cause I use my ID for to
Yeah.
scan,
Get your lunch.
scan the barcode and stuff. But yeah.
Didn't do that last year because COVID.
It's code. You weren't just
Yeah.
touching things.
Yeah, but yeah, either way, yeah, of course there were some there was almost a safety incident that kept up popping up every now and then. So
Luckily we're good. And then luckily this new coming season, we're going to get a new router that's water cooled instead of a fan. So our CNC will not be totally loud when we're throughout the build season, which will make it a lot better when we're working in the shop with the CNC running because it is very distracting.
Yeah, anytime
Wouldn't
it
it
seems...
still be loud using the vacuum?
Well,
They turned on the vacuum today, wasn't that? It
yeah, I mean,
it
it's
was
not
just a
like
little hum.
extremely
Oh,
loud.
it's literally just okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
the vacuum that's always making that sound when we're.
No, that's just the norm. We don't have the water cooled router yet. We have to
Yeah,
still
whenever
get
the
it.
CNC machine was running, the programming team was out in the hallway doing their stuff because it was too loud to focus on anything.
Or in the back room.
Yeah, the
Even
computer
then,
lab.
you can still hear it.
Yeah, it got crowded in there though.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So while we were cutting machinery, there's also other people that are also in the storage room.
Cleaning it up.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need to
just clean it
organize
up.
our storage room.
Yeah.
It is very.
It stays organized for a week and then people run through there.
Oh,
Yeah, so if we can clean up our storage room, that'd be great. Because finding parts and stuff it takes a little bit, and so we can.
Yeah.
That's another thing for next year. If we can really make all of the parts that we need kind of already there and know where it is, then we won't lose anything.
And plan ahead of time on what you're gonna get, because if we can do that, like during the day, like when I'm in first period, I can go into the back room and pull that stuff out for you, set it
Yeah.
on the table somewhere, secure, so kids aren't playing around with it.
Yeah.
Or at least know if you have it and stuff like that.
yeah, because the thing is, after every workday, it's just me and Vishal, just sweeping and vacuuming and doing all sorts of things around the room just to keep it tidy, and wiping the tables down as well. So
Yeah, which
we were
does
kind of
really
like
help. Yep.
yeah, we were kind of the janitors for pretty much a whole build season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think after it, I think I kind of just I'm just gonna
Pull out.
pull out. Yeah,
Oh, thank you for cleaning the floors.
Yeah, that
Because
was
if you didn't, it would be so bad. We
saw
would
this
get in
on the-
trouble.
So much
We'd get
wood
into
shavings
trouble.
and metal shavings everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a safety hazard too.
I remember we got
imagine.
in trouble for that in the older room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there
For
was
wood shavings.
Wood shavings everywhere. It's like
Yeah.
a fire hazard or something.
Yeah.
Which is fair. It is
It is a fire hazard,
fire
but
hazard.
still.
Yeah, the old room. Yeah, like this build season was pretty. I think it was more efficient than our past seasons.
This was one of our
Yeah.
more efficient ones.
Most of
Yeah,
the
because
better one.
because
we
we
had
used
space
machinery.
to build. We
Yeah.
had space to spread out. So we're not all crowded in this one tiny room.
And
Yeah.
it's also the fact that we haven't gotten to go to a competition for 2 years, so there's the better drive to go to a competition and win because it's the first time in a while.
Yeah, and along with the machinery that just came in too. So like rather than using like other like tools and just the CNC like back at the old room, now we have not just the CNC and the power tools that we have, including drills and chop saws and other and such. Yeah. So, all right. But anyways, as of right now, Aiden's gonna be heading out. And here we're gonna be shifting to our next guest here, Logan. All right. Oh, Logan's gonna be on his way. Hello, Logan. How's it going? How you been?
I've been good. I'm good.
You good as well? All right.
Yeah.
So can you introduce yourself, and give a little information about who you are and then what you do on the team?
Yeah, I'm Logan Poe, and I'm the lead editor for the team. I do awards, I sometimes do electrical, and my main passion is just editing the videos that we have for the team.
All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Because Logan, he's been in and out. He's been kind of like the cameraman throughout the work days and such. And yeah, I saw the chairman's award video on our YouTube channel. It was pretty nice. I really liked it. Like, even though I was just, I was planning to be there, but I think I was gonna leave that for next year because I feel like next year I would be more like engaging and interested in participating in it. And yeah, and not just me just sitting down just pondering about life's wonders or something like that.
So random stuff.
hmm But yeah, can you tell us what you kind of did throughout the build season? I know you've done some busy work with you and another partner of yours, Mackenzie.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were trying to work on the Chairman's Award and so much, and many other awards. And
Yeah, the Chairman's Award, the
yeah.
what was it, Woody Flowers Award,
hmm
and any of the other awards that we applied to, we had to write all those relatively quickly because we started on them late. But we were able to get them written in time, of course, and I'd say they turned out decently well.
But hey, at least you get some experience out of it, right?
Yes, of course.
You're gonna be
No more crunch, right?
Yeah, no.
Go electrical team.
Yeah.
Makes it better for next year.
Yes.
But yeah, how about you, Melvin? How's it going on your end when it came to electrical on your build season?
Chaos.
Chaos.
Absolute chaos.
Absolute chaos. That's.
That belly pen was like the perfect thing, and then from there,
Mhm.
I should have planned out more things on the actual robot more ahead of time than I did. From what I have learned now, for next year, I think I'll be able to do better, and hopefully I can be able to teach my underclassmen, make sure that my knowledge passes down, help prevent that knowledge gap, stuff like that.
But yeah, mainly Melvin is like usually he of course when you see him in the build season he's usually doing electrical stuff, but sometimes he's kind of like the universal man. So sometimes he would be out here programming, testing out the robot, or helping out with mechanical, like trying to get a few bolts and nuts in into the elevator mechanisms or intake or shooter,
Or CADing.
or catting.
Or
Yeah,
even if
CAD
you have
programming.
different teams for each.
Damn.
For the robot, everyone still has to work together because we can't just have one team building a robot that the program team's not prepared for, the electrical team's
Yeah.
not prepared for. It's all we've all got to communicate, because if one thing that works differently than what was told, it delays everything.
Yep.
But yeah, of course, communication is definitely key. I mean, we are a robotics team after all, and our goal is trying to try to be the best of the best. You know what I mean? And at the same time, make our experiences for ourselves even like special than any other robotics team would have. So
with all the small things that are going on, and of course the people,
of course,
and all the friendships that are made, all the
friendships,
people in the club.
Yep. Funny moments, inside jokes, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Yeah, and
it makes it a lot better as a team experience as well when you know someone more just as a friend than even just as a co-worker. It makes it a lot easier to communicate with them and makes it more fun to work with them.
Yeah, and that's what hits the main component of what gracious professionalism is like. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that now you remember the escape room. I think that really helped.
Oh,
with
the escape
team
room.
bonding, because I like doing the escape room, and then afterwards eating lasagnas with everyone. I think that was really like helped bring the whole family together. Of course, Nathan's team won.
They didn't like clutch it. Like they like
washed us. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, washed. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
they went swift and sound.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. But yeah, and to give a little bit of context of how our escape room experience went out, of course there was a local escape room place called, what was it called again?
Claremont Escape Rooms, I think?
Masters, I want to say. I don't know.
Let me search it up. Claremont.
Yeah.
Claremont Escape Room Mind Masters.
Mind Masters.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to the context. So within our escape room experiences, we've our robotics team, or us, we've been divided into multiple teams that will come in at certain times to the escape room place called Mind Masters. And within that place, we of course we had to solve a bunch of puzzles to escape a room, and I think the team for as of this year or last year, I think it was the like a magician's room. You remember that?
Yeah, it was
like
a
this
magician's
carnival tent.
Hey,
that
we
was
can't
stealing
be
from the
talking
magician.
about it. That's not very nice to
We
spoil.
can talk about the theme.
Yeah.
The theme was
we can talk about the
We can talk about
But
it.
let's not spoil the escape
magician
room.
kind of.
But yeah, after talking with with the people who designed the room and the people who regulate there, we've learned a lot of good things about how the room works. I know there's some mechanisms out there,
Yeah.
and there are water. Yeah,
everything
water.
was communicating. It was on a raised platform, so they could run cords all throughout under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was on a raised platform until you mentioned it. That's how smooth that transition to it was.
The doorway was pretty nice.
Yeah, I think what they did was the first door, slight step, and then in there was also another slight step, so you would barely notice it.
Maybe.
But yeah, anyways, we were given an hour, 60 minutes to complete it, and Nathan's completed it within 20 minutes. 22 minutes even. Yeah, if you get the seconds, bro. I mean, you know how many seconds?
22.
So, yeah,
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's
why I
That
wrote
was that's a magic number right there. Yeah.
Did you guys do something for 22 this year?
22.
Oh yeah, the Tuesday of
Yeah.
the next millennia or something.
Yeah. But yeah,
I did not.
the main takeaway, I mean, of course, in the end, we had fun. We learned a lot of things. Not just about the room and not just about how amazing the escape room was, but we were able to build a bit more of our cooperation and communication with each other, and working together to get this certain issue out of the way and move forward with what we can and what we have with a good impact at the end. So, but yeah, at the end, we were out there at the pizzeria. Nathan's team won, and I think I got fourth place.
Yeah, fourth place.
Yeah, and you got what you
I was third.
third.
Think it was second.
That was Ryland's team.
Rylandson, yeah.
And Logan, you
That was
were
with, that was with you, correct?
you were
Yeah.
Yeah, we were third.
Was
yeah.
in last place again?
Lily's team.
Lily's team? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With 57 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
50 seconds left.
left.
Left, yeah, 57 seconds. 57
Yeah,
seconds.
so even if some teams didn't do too well, still everyone figured out how to communicate, what works, and primarily what doesn't.
Yeah. Man, I wish we had video, like some of the stuff we did in there.
I have a photo of but that's after though.
That's after.
Yeah.
The video of during.
Yeah.
That was,
In the room.
I thought I was gonna
Can't
beat
really
you
show
guys.
Nope.
I wasn't about to beat you, Melvin.
I knew I was gonna. I said it. I was calling shots way beforehand, and everyone I said I was gonna beat, I did beat. So I can say that confidently.
Yeah. I mean, the senior team, the team that got in second, I expect them to do pretty well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, number one, you guys really know each other, right? In the team that you were in, Nathan.
Yeah, and it was a smaller team, which helped too. There's less people for miscommunications. To
Yeah,
happen
less is more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of factors that really help us with cooperation and it's not just only in the escape room event only. It branches down to like the rest of the build season and us as of right now, we all cooperated together to eventually, well, me and Melvin mainly, and Logan of course. Yeah, Nathan is one of our first guests. Well, I chose it, but because he's cool and I know him. He's pretty, and we all know him. Yeah, he's a well-known guy. He's very unique.
I think
everyone.
There's no one in this team that is normal.
Yeah.
We're all a little weird in some ways.
Yeah, of course.
Normal's boring.
Yeah.
Normal is boring. But we gotta have a little spice that we show out every so often. Actually, not like a spice, like like a trait, like a
fun, unique traits that
like a little personality reveal,
Yeah.
And that's been revealed so many times, and I'm not even gonna go in deep with that. We all know what happened there, so. But either way, we were able to. We're definitely cutting this out. But yeah, I do it.
You don't say you're gonna cut something out.
I know.
But either
Now
way,
I have to cut that out.
now we gotta cut that out. All right.
That's humor.
That's
true.
yeah. It's all humor. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we gotta yeah, for sure. all right. But yeah, everything else, just basically having each other like talk with each other and work with each other and grow with each other. It's just all pretty interesting. I mean, of course, we've learned a lot of things that came to mind when it came to competition and throughout the build season and throughout what we were going to be approaching with when it comes to our next season. I mean, of course, I really, as I said, I really wish I had more of this, but unfortunately, next year is gonna be my senior year, along with Logan and Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh, not Nathan, Melvin. Nathan's gonna be gone. He's gonna give the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back to mentor though, right?
Or alumni.
Right?
College is gonna probably take most of my time.
Oh, that's
So
true.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, you're gonna interact with us like every so often, right? Like like Slack for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slack is definitely let's talk about Slack real quick. Slack is really good.
Yeah. It's
Honestly.
Discord, but better for organization.
Yeah,
Not
we're
sponsored.
we're not
Sponsored,
sponsoring
of
this.
course.
Yeah, no, of course. But
Slack has been a great program for us as a team. It's been a lot better to connect with everyone on the team. It's more
Even people that aren't
professional.
on the team anymore, we've got a whole bunch of mentors on there.
all the mentors.
Potential mentors, too.
so even if we had concerns about our own communication was way better than it did, in the past few
Years.
seasons and years and such. But and
People would be on Discord.
yeah.
And then
Barely on Discord.
playing a game, but never
Playing the
see
game
anything
for
on
all
Discord.
day, but not
Exactly,
react to
but
our
for
Discord.
Slack, that's like the only app I'm just gonna be like only checking on every so often because I don't have to worry about the other like servers and stuff.
Yeah,
Because with all the at everyone and at here
Oh, yeah.
and DMs and stuff, so Slack is just something I really admire separately because of how productive
It's
we
made by
can
the
be.
same people, I think.
It's been a
Yeah.
huge. Is it?
Is
I
it?
think so. Slack was made by Discord.
I mean,
The people who made Discord sold Discord there's someone, and then they made Slack.
Well, probably some of the developers, I'm sure.
I'm sure some of the developers similar because it's made pretty similarly.
Yeah, the channels and then the direct messages and stuff. So
Yeah, in a more professional manner.
yeah, in a more professional manner for sure. But yeah, and of course, along with a lot of cool messages out there that are like that are like pretty funny. Like I know I sent something like after like the workday and like how I did, and then it started, and then a little like joke started after that. Like we were like talking to each other for a bit, but either way, it was.
I don't recall that.
You don't recall that? Yeah, that's okay. It was just
Unless
between me
images.
and some other people. I forgot.
Well, what?
But no, like it's just. But yeah, Slack pretty good. Yeah.
There's been a few messages that have popped up, and of course through that, people are able to connect with each other more than before. Just then at school, they can connect with each other at home, text each other, and they connect with more. They connect with each other more through that. Makes for better friendship, and even afterwards, like all the mentors that we have on the team, all the seniors who are like leaving, they can stay on Slack, know what's up with the team, and still stay connected with the team and the people on it as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a huge help for the team.
Yeah, Slack is a move by Discord. I heard that somewhere. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you
Speaking of Slack, we also use another thing called Trello.
That's it. Let's be real here. We do not use it. We use it.
It's
like,
there.
It's there.
just there.
It's there. Like I can open Trello right now, and there's gonna be stuff for build season.
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
like
there's anything
way
we've
done.
moved since.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
in the next season, or like the next build season, we're gonna be having like a physical Trello board, like the whiteboard that we had
The
out
whiteboard
here.
was really
Yeah,
good.
that one
was
is
really good.
that was
because
I wish we had something like a mix of that. Like if it was
Mhm.
if the TVs they give us were touch screens, I think it would have been perfect for it, because then you could just do
It would be
that.
physical and digital.
Yeah, digital, because that way you can like have it, like you can look at it at home and still not like know what's up to be up to date still.
That would
But
that would be
the
like
school is
perfect middle
cheap.
ground. Yeah. Yeah. But the whiteboards have been a lot more help than
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
sticky
Trello.
card, like the sticky
Sticky
note
notes.
the
cards.
sticky cards
So,
were
yeah.
really good. The physical image, people were able to see it right there, able to move it over to done, just like Trello, but physical. People
Yeah.
actually used it.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, with Trello, it's like more online based, and the other is more physical based. So like every time we have to go inside the classroom, we always have something to see and not in our pockets. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
hitting that middle ground, because even though Slack is digital, it's still a huge help because
because communication,
Because
yeah,
communication.
communication.
Maybe
is
like
needed
at the
everywhere.
end of the day, maybe next year we
Yeah.
can like put everything that's on the whiteboard on Slack, instead of having multiple.
Or if we have
things.
the Trello still, we can just whatever's on the whiteboard, we just update
But
those.
I'm at Trello, not Slack.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
We
what we
just
can
update
do
the
instead of
Trello.
having the multiple boards like we have right now, we just have to do and like done, working on and done,
Mhm.
just one board, and have that, and just put all of our tasks like that we've done. If it's on the whiteboard, it's also on Trello. And like at the end of the day, we update Trello to the whiteboard.
Yeah, it would also help people if they don't make it to the meeting. They would know what's been
Yeah.
done, what can be worked on, and they can continue from there instead of either having to be there or asking like on Slack. They could just see it there.
Yeah.
Be a good middle ground to hit than either all one and all the other.
Mhm. But yeah, Slack. Once again, really good.
Again, we're not
Slack.
sponsored.
Not
but-
sponsored.
We're not sponsored, yes.
But
you know.
Slack saved our lives.
Slack,
I,
yeah.
I truly think that, especially with like Hunter being able to help. I mean, I realized after the season he could have helped us a lot more with him being on Slack, because he helped me a lot with like working on our our spirit robot. Shoots really cool T-shirts, you know.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
the spirit
fun.
robot. Mhm. Yeah, we had a little. Well, apart from the competitive build season, we had our own little build season, which was the spirit bot. I was only there for like what I was only there at the end because I wasn't able to make it to the class at the time. But now, when I actually came in, I saw like, oh, we got a bot already. We got a spirit bot. Yeah, no. So it was able to shoot those T-shirts and make all those horn sounds. Bro. That jump scared me. Like when you guys were like when you guys were testing it. Oh my god, I was jumped. Like that activated my fight.
Instead
my
of turning off the lights
response.
to get the for the teacher to get the attention, we just play the horn for the spirit bot. Shuts everyone up real quick.
Oh yeah.
We'll catch them off guard. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Give a heart attack.
As long as no one's next to it, because it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, loud sound.
Yeah.
Well,
I should have turned. I should turn. We should have put a motor controller on it instead of a relay. Because then you get variable control on it.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe update it.
Mm-hmm.
Make some useful additions or
No.
few. Okay.
No.
No additions. Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea.
We've learned this already. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
put
if you guys
LEDs.
know it's broken, you know whose fault it is.
Ernesto.
What? Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Honestly, with how the spirit bot went, especially in that particular game at the school. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good test run at least.
Yeah, it was a good test
It
run.
was a good test run. Also now, some joystick controllers. We should get some good controllers that are wired, not like the Logitech controllers that the bumpers don't work. And I think they have drift in them too.
Probably.
They all have drift.
I think
Yeah.
everything has drift.
It's kind of bad.
I'll let you borrow my Joy-Cons from my Nintendo
No.
Switch.
Oh yeah.
Your Joy-Cons are
Joy-Con
worse.
drift.
Your Joy-Cons are actually
We'll
worse.
just use the flight stick.
The flight stick. I think we should.
I mean, we can.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple.
Yeah.
I think it would be really good for the swerve drive, actually.
Actually, yeah, that would be.
Yeah, because it would be directional control, so you're just... Because field-oriented control, so like going left would actually just be put in that way. And then it's just like the turning it. Oh, turning it's going to be a little bit weird.
Yeah, you need two sticks for a
You
swerve drive because
have
you can
to.
have the one
Yeah.
stick to just move the whole thing, but you need another one to rotate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not real. I don't think another stick would do. I think like a knob would be better. A potentiometer, 30-60 potentiometer.
Show up driving with a knob. Just show up driving with a knob instead of a
We'll just
joystick.
take out the front seat of a car, like the whole thing, dash and all, and just put the dash and all. That's how we drive the robot.
Just have a steering wheel.
We could do
gas
that.
pedal.
We could. Would you want to?
No.
It would be fun.
Get like a gas pedal and stuff.
Activity.
Oh, gas pedal. You're standing, so
Play
that,
like
I
it's
mean, that's-
Forza.
But I think we can get like a driving wheel, stick shift. I think we can do that. That would be fun.
It'd be fun.
Like as a side project.
Have a literal like
Personality.
have a literal engine, like car engine or a robot.
That's not legal.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's legal if it's off season.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't do inspection. So I mean,
Well, I don't think.
I think
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
like if all they're hearing is a giant engine, we'll go, oh, it's our flywheel. It's very loud.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man. Sorry about flywheel. That sounds like an engine. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, man.
Oh, you try to push us? Sorry, we weigh 1,000,000 pounds.
Try it.
We're very heavy.
Go
We
ahead.
cannot-
Good luck.
Good luck.
But hey, since we're talking about our drive, you remember our driver station? How our driver station went? I know
It looks really
Yeah.
good,
it.
and
We
then
got a lot of compliments on it.
they changed the they didn't.
We didn't look at the
No,
rules.
yeah, we didn't look at the rules, and we thought it was 20 inches,
Really good team.
but that was a different measurement.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a different one.
Wait,
But they
wait,
were,
wait.
I think they were looking at the width or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Whatever. Well,
It was
we
actually
decapitated.
14 inches, not 20.
We had to decapitate
Yeah,
with the
nice.
like, box we had.
And it's still technically not legal. I don't know how we passed the inspection with it. We shouldn't have. Because it wasn't, it was still longer than it was supposed to be.
It fit.
They
Well,
didn't notice.
It's more to look for in the future, like to look at the rules more, especially with that robot itself not being in the rules for the hanging.
Oh, yeah.
But you know,
We gotta
But other than that,
check in the rule book.
checking
yeah.
the rulebook.
Yeah, the rule book is definitely something
Yeah.
we should check like
often.
very frequently.
Often, and
Yeah.
Like even though
It's
we
good.
feel
Yeah.
fine, we should just check it again. Like we were all panicking, and then we were all rushing to like a single computer, like a
I don't know why
Chromebook.
you can't just set up like notification.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to set up notifications for like updates to the first menu, but you can't. It's weird.
You can't make like a script for it. That gives you like
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, if you code it.
I'm not doing that. That's not my job. That's their job.
Or we could just do it manually every week. Just have like a designated person or a group effort. Look into the new rules and what's been added and what's
been changed.
What's been changed, what's
been
layered.
removed.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think they removed it. It's a lot of like. Oh no, they did remove like the wording. I guess like they changed the wording a lot and added a bit for a few rules. Because I think some people were finding the loopholes.
well, I'm sure
That's always what they do.
Especially, you guys want to talk about that one team that kind of did a loophole, but like was actually
there's really good hangers, like the one that drove up the side.
Yeah, they drove up the truss of the hanger.
It wasn't a loophole. More as they were thinking more out of the box and no one thought you could climb up the thing.
Yeah, and then there was the other one that like bumped their drivetrain down and basically had the robot jump to grab the highest bar.
Oh yeah, well I think how it works is like it's a vacuum pump. They release in the vacuum that controls. It's super complicated. I don't know how they are squishing that spring between matches, because that sounds like hell.
They get something to sit on it.
Baby.
Yeah. All right. So.
Really cool advancements for what I've seen this year.
Yeah.
It's been a lot more complicated than previous years for what I've seen. Like there's been really advanced robots, but not like not as many outside the box robots as I've seen this year at least.
Yeah, like there were like generally good ones too.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a robot from a team in Israel, if I remember. I saw their robot reveal and how they performed there. I think they were one of the teams that did the world record for.
Yeah, they had the world record. That was early in the season. I was like, because there were competitions like I think it was the first or second week, if I remember correctly.
Around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
That the record was sent, yeah.
I wish we had looked more into like I think the word's biomechanics. I'm not. I don't think that's the right word. It's like when you're looking at animals in real life for making mechanisms and like mechanical works. Like like the windmill, what we call it, that's based off of a monkey, believe it or not. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the windmill.
Bioengineering, whatever.
Something
like that.
I can't remember what it's called.
Basing mechanics off of...
No.
Basing mechanics based off of real world things.
Yeah. Well, that was like based on kind of the monkey I saw from doing research after the competition. Yeah. Like what was the team we were teamed up with in Tallahassee with their robot was called Grasshopper.
Yeah, because it had like extendable hooks on bars that would come up and grab the bar and like
kind of like a grasshopper arms. It was really interesting seeing this competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of what happens is the simpler the game, the more complicated the robots turn out because there's less thinking you have to do to how you're going to fit this stuff, and it's more what can we fit in this.
Yeah. The restrictions are like what limit the creativity, I think. But I think a more complicated game is good too sometimes.
I think that that equivalent between the two, like a good complex game and a good simple game.
Yeah.
But after a few simple games, you kind of want a complex one.
Yeah. Slowly raising the bar, I guess. I kind of.
There's not that much to do this year compared to others, since it was mainly shooting balls and hanging.
Yeah, and this was a pretty low scoring one too, because there were some of the games, like a score would be worth 6 as opposed to the 1 that we had this year.
Yeah, I mean that may make it easier for judging and scoring and whatnot, and especially at least with like those only 2 different things to get points compared to 3, 4 in other games.
Clockworks had like 5 different things you had to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that Recharge had there was the hanging at the end, which is a switch.
Right, which you had to make level. It had a high goal, a far goal, which was a small hole inside the top goal, and a low goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it had the color wheel that you had to spin with the robot a certain number of times. Then at the later part of the game, it would broadcast a signal to your robot, and you had to change the color wheel to a specific color.
Yeah.
Which would have been a lot more complicated, and also with the coding. The coding for that.
Yeah. We didn't code for that, did we?
We didn't make a color spinner.
Oh yeah, we never had a color. We were working on it. We didn't have space for it.
Right, because they didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, we were like, oh, we'll do
Yeah.
it last. It was a bad idea to do it last because it was something we should have had on there.
Yeah.
But I
Back
mean,
in the game.
we didn't have a competition in
We
the
never
end
had a
because
competition.
COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that though, like as throughout the Orlando and Tallahassee competitions, you saw really good robots like that were pretty proficient in hanger and shooting. With like some that are good at autonomous and some are good at tele-op only, or probably just both in general. Like we could list a lot of teams here. Like for example, we've got we've been talking about Swamp a lot within our competition and along with Spam, Rembrandts, Prometheus, and
Denim Venom was a good one.
yeah, Denim Venom.
Denim
yeah,
Venom.
that was it. That was
They had a good autonomous.
really
They
good
saved
at
us.
autonomous.
Yeah.
Denim Venom saved us.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did.
Fast
With their-
sword drive, high scoring bot.
Also, they're the ones who gave us the what's it called? PCM.
Oh, really?
Or not
Oh.
PCM. Yeah, PCM.
Yeah.
Pneumatics control module. Otherwise, we would have been out of that competition.
Oh.
Right, because we wouldn't have been able to put our intake down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of
We're not
course
PCM, the PH pneumatic hub. They gave us the one. And then Rev sucks, basically. Yeah, they make really good ideas with their products, but the execution sometimes isn't it.
Like they had the same
Spark.
problem with theirs too, right?
Yeah, it was straight didn't work. It was because one of the things were pushed in and if you push it too far down, it gets stuck down. But you have to take up the whole thing to fix that.
Oh.
Yeah. The execution sometimes for Rev is
Great products.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like the Sparks, we're not using Sparks anymore because you remember how many bad Sparks we went through that
one weekend we were 3 sparks down.
3 Sparks down because they just
Kept going.
stopped working.
Yeah. Kept going out.
Two actually died. One, for some reason, brushless mode would not work. It worked. It worked only with fresh motors. It was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the new the addition to the rules, that way you can have more motor spots, more motors.
Oh yeah, it went from 16 to 20 with the Rev power distribution board.
Yeah, PDP.
Yeah, their PDP, which that was executed very well for
And-
some reason.
and is
surprisingly.
really good, except we didn't use it this year. We didn't have all too many motors on the robot, but
I think we approached it. No, we didn't. We
I
had
don't-
like
we did
13,
not.
14 motors, right?
yeah, we did
So-
not really approach it.
20 is
but-
a lot. I realized that this year. 20 is simply just a lot of motors.
But
Agreeable.
if for like a more complex game, if you need more things to be done, you could
Yeah.
have more motors for that, which is always useful.
Yep. I can't not thinking about it like not later on. I was like, I don't think there's a situation where 20 motors is actually how many motors you're ever gonna use. But like,
Well, for a more complicated game.
yeah.
For a more complicated game, then
Maybe, yeah.
When you have 3 different ways to score, you need at least 3 different motors, plus your drivetrain motors, plus whatever else you need to move.
Also depends what kind of drive.
That's
Like
it.
swerve drive is 6 already, so that's swerve drive is 8. It's already 8 because it's 2 for turning on each, 1 for turning on each wheel, and then driving the wheel. So that's 2 for each corner or whatever however you're driving it. But I know that one team with the robot that climbed up the bar to get straight to transversal.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Traversal.
Traversal.
Transverse is when you move between the bars. Traversal is the highest bar.
traversal. Okay. No one's corrected me till now. Been saying,
Really? They've
yeah.
been correcting everybody.
I've been correcting everybody. Yeah.
No one's corrected me.
You slip past the clutches of our correctness.
Yeah. But yeah, like their robot, I remember they had 8. They were doing a swerve drive with 8. They had to have like the normal 4, and then they had another 2 on because their robot's a diamond shape, kind of like an elongate.
Oh, right.
Damn.
Oh, it was different than
It was
just
like
a
a-
box and.
Yeah, it was in a box. It was
Most
a.
robots come in a box, but some.
It was like a square with 2 triangles on each side. That's essentially what it was. Yeah, that was so they can get just the right amount of length on their thing to climb up. Very intricate. I really like how they designed it and everything. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just remember now. Coming back to that battery car, I really wish we could have brought that out to competition. But of course, knowing that we talked about the CNC for quite a while, yeah, and how frequent it is, we gotta we weren't able to finish that battery car, but now as of today, we're actually back to working on it, and hopefully we can actually bring that up to the next competition. Not the next competition, which is off-season Roboticon.
Yeah,
Roboticon.
Roboticon.
I really miss
be
the
fun.
Roboticon. Yeah.
We're gonna win Roboticon.
Yeah.
I could actually
Uncontested.
come and see that.
But yeah, anyways,
Better because
just
Phenomenal.
the whole discussion about from start to end and throughout everywhere within our build seasons and our experiences working with ourselves throughout Rapid React throughout the game in order to accomplish the goals of Rapid React within our robot, and not just within our robot, with the awards and
With
competitions. Scouting, of course.
Scouting.
Yeah, scouting was really good.
huge prize
For sure.
and making initial advances on it this year, since we never did as much as we did this year in previous.
Yeah, the
years.
scouting team and the scouting system, it got really good, especially it's eventually at Tallahassee I became the temporary lead for scouting, and yeah, that played pretty well, honestly. I mean, I haven't been the leader of the scouting team in a competition before, but how it played out, there was some good streams, and there was some there was a set amount of room that I should really work on a bit more, to improve for next time.
Well, next year we'll
Yeah.
have an app.
For sure,
Hopefully.
As long as I finish it.
And hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to how everything goes. It's as a result of build season and competition and everything else that happened beforehand that led us up to this point, to the point where we live to tell the tale within this podcast.
And,
Yeah,
and years to come, I see the team growing a lot more than it has
Exactly.
in the past as well.
Yeah.
Especially a lot stronger, a lot more happening, like the podcast, of course, and
But yeah,
other advances for the team,
And growing in size.
growing in size. Yeah.
yeah, excluding Nathan because he's gonna be graduating. So when it comes to us, when we become seniors, for sure we're gonna be finishing this whole season off strong for sure.
Mhm.
We're gonna actually triumph for once because we actually got closer up to the semifinals there. We were
Semifinals.
there. We were
Close.
just there.
They made
Man.
the head ref made a very, very controversial call.
Yeah.
Let's get into that now.
That's for another
day.
time.
That's for
That's
another
another
time for
time.
sure. But yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's about it for episode 1. I hope you enjoyed listening to us. Just laughing, somewhat crying in the inside, and and of course getting into really good, deep discussions about ourselves and
The team.
and the team,
Yeah,
and
the
of
team.
course first robotics competition. Everything went well. I give this whole thing like a 10 out of 10. Honestly, 11 out of 10 next season because we're gonna be winning this for sure. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to this, and
There'll be more episodes to come, of course.
there will be more episodes coming
coming.
soon. So,
We'll be bi-weekly.
yeah. So, anyways, just to finish this off, who are we?
NLP.
All right. So we're the Nerds of Prey. We'll see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.